Hey everybody, I'm your host, Dr. Viv Lee, and you're watching Open, that live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. So stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Leading things off, our first guest is the Director of Community Affairs for BronxNet Television. She's been with BronxNet since its first broadcast in 1993, and is also a board member of the National Alliance for Community Media. She joins us to speak about the importance of the Community Media Reinvestment Act and shining a light on how it protects local voices and so much more. So please welcome to the show our very own Audrey Duncan. Audrey, welcome.
Thank you so much, Bob.
We've got history.
Absolutely.
Yes, remember the breakfast programs and all that stuff?
Yeah, you've been a public servant for so many years.
Yes, yes, and thank you for all the work that you've contributed to our community throughout the years. And we have something that we are trying to take care of. We went up to Albany. Before we get into it, tell us a little bit about your experience here at the BronxNet and some of the things that you do.
Wow. So I've been with BronxNet, as you said, well, for over 30 years now.
Yeah.
I've facilitated the production training for the public over the years, done development, public relations. Now I'm focused on community affairs, which is building partnerships with all our wonderful organizations in the Bronx so that we can really help serve the Bronx and deal with issues through media.
Yeah, and we have an issue. We're trying to work the Community Media Reinvestment Act. Why is it so important to our educational endeavors and our public media serving the mission here at BronxNet?
So the Community Media Reinvestment Act, which represents two bills, the S-2581 in the New York State Senate and A-5900A in the New York State Assembly, would secure revenue in the long run for BronxNet, and not just for BronxNet, but for community media centers around New York State. And it would do that by imposing an excise tax on streaming companies, streaming and satellite companies. And a portion of that would go to support community media centers.
Oh, okay. And so it's important speaking of the Bronx, the bill protects local voices and provides sustainability for media like ours.
Yes, because as you know, BronxNet, whether we're talking about BronxNet or our partners in the other boroughs, Manhattan Neighborhood Network, Queens TV, and other community media centers around the state, one of the main things we do is make it possible for residents to come in and share their voices. We provide training, as you know, important local content that you can't get anywhere else that really impacts people's lives.
How can the public help? I mean, they come up with different situations that, we need help in keeping this going.
Yeah.
How can the public get involved?
So as with most bills, the public can share their voice and let their elected officials know how they feel about this particular bill. And in this case, there is a portal where people can submit letters. Part of it is pre-written, and you get to add your own personal touch to the letter. And it would go to your particular elected officials as well as to some other key decision makers in the state. And that they can do by going to www.BronxNet, www.BronxNet/community action.
Yeah. Now, this bill has garnered support from some of our local elected officials, right?
Our local elected officials have been incredible from the beginning. They listened, they totally understand the importance of the bill, and they have been supportive of the bill. We have the person who introduced it on the Senate side is in Brooklyn, Senator Parker.
Oh, yeah.
But the person who introduced it on the Assembly side is our very own Bronx, Michael Benedetto, Assemblyman Michael Benedetto. And then the Bronx has been wonderful in terms of getting our elected officials to co-sponsor the bill, which is key to getting it moving to where it needs to be.
Where do we go from here? What do we need now?
The letters would be very helpful because it helps the elected officials in the Bronx, as well as the others who will have a role in making the final decision, know that this is something important to the people, that the people believe in community media, and that this bill will protect it, and that the residents of all our neighborhoods in the state want to see community media continue well into the future.
Yeah. I mean, we have great programming here, and then you look around, you see a lot of the people working with us. They're gaining this knowledge, this experience, so they can go on to become our productive members in society who are who are great in what they do.
Yeah.
And you can name a couple of people who
Oh,
have
yeah.
come through BronxNet.
Absolutely. There's nothing else like this in the world in terms of media workforce development over the years. We've seen so much success. People have gone to not just a position
Yeah.
in mainstream media, but to major positions in mainstream media. We have Leslie Peggett, who's an editing supervisor at CBS. People in front of the camera like Darlene Rodriguez at NBC.
Yes.
And we can go on and on and on. Dean Meminger at New York One. So this is a great training ground that you can't get anywhere else.
So where does it go from here if it's passed? What happens next?
Then it would be in the state's hands to decide how the process would work in terms of distributing the revenue to the appropriate parties. The state would, of course, get a portion to take care of needs around the state. Municipalities like New York would get a portion to basically take care of whatever needs there are. Community media centers like BronxNet would get its share to operate and to have the equipment that we need for years to come.
And we have a number of studios now
Yes, we have
that we need help with. And
3.
we've been doing some great work in the community.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we have 3 studios now, right?
Yes, definitely. The one that you're in now, which is the original one, based at Lehman College. And in 2015, we opened the studio at Mercy. And just last year, we launched the wonderful studio in the South Bronx at La Central.
And this would also help with internship programs that you started a while ago?
Absolutely, and build on those internship programs. As you know, we have an immersive media studio at the new South Bronx location. So in addition to learning all the, the things that people need to produce news programs and public affairs shows, they will be able to produce movie-like content from there and just learn every skill that will take them into the media industry and related industries.
Yeah. So we need the whole community to come together to help push this along. What can we do again?
Absolutely. You can do your part by just sending a letter off to your elected officials, and we've made that easy by creating a letter portal that you can find at www.bronxnet.org/community-action.
Yeah. Go there and just fill out. It's not hard. Just a couple of
you
things.
put in your address, and it'll tell you who your senator is and who your assembly person, as well as some other people that have been pre-selected to receive the letters.
I think it has a number of boxes you can check, or that comes checked for you. I think there was about 10 to 12 elected officials that it will go out to, something like that.
It will go out to at least 7 people.
I did it myself. I said, you know what, this needs to be done. This is something that needs to happen. We need to get together, move together in the same direction for a common cause, and help others get what they need out of life. We talk about it all the time. And there's something right there that you can click, switch, bring that back again. I think you can, right there, Audrey.
Oh, absolutely. The yes, you can just scan that QR code,
Right.
and it'll take you right to the letter portal.
All right, so get involved. What has BronxNet meant to you, fulfilling your dreams over the years, and others? You've seen a lot of people come through.
I think even long before BronxNet, I've always wanted to give back to the Bronx community and to see it grow. And BronxNet has been a great way, because we build the Bronx up in so many ways. Our stories are really important to the people and the lives of the people of the Bronx. Our workforce development, as we mentioned, is really helping young people in the Bronx to build and grow their futures. So it has been a great way for me to fulfill that need I have for serving the Bronx.
Yeah, and where would you like to see it, like, within the next couple of years?
A couple of years. I would like
Some people say 5 years. Where do you want to be for the next 5 years, or within the next 5 years?
I think we've done
what do you see down the line?
We've done a pretty good job bouncing back after the pandemic. A lot of people are coming through our doors again to utilize the resources that we provide for them to take our classes, to use our equipment. I want to see that continue and to see that grow and to see our young people get even more work experiences and career possibilities, and just to see us continue to grow and always be a resource for the borough.
Have a lot of people come back just to share their experience and knowledge with some of the people who come through?
Absolutely. Over the years, we've seen people either come back as sort of educators. As you know, we have somebody who comes back and does like a journalism workshop every year. We've seen people come back even to like further build on their careers. So they may leave and take a position somewhere else, and they may come back for a short time to further develop here at BronxNet and then go back out again to a higher level position. So definitely people, I think of BronxNet as a family and a family that they will forever be a part of.
We should have a family reunion.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You want to put it together here?
Sure, certainly.
Once again, where can people go for more information on everything that we've spoken about today?
So you can learn more about BronxNet at www.bronxnet.org and then participate, help make this a reality, the Community Media Reinvestment Act a reality by going to www.bronxnet.org/community-action.
Thank you so much, Audrey. Always a pleasure to see you, too.
You too.
All right. We got to go break some bread.
Yes.
Let's do it. And we'll get that the big family reunion thing going.
Absolutely.
We'll talk about it at least.
Yes.
All right. And Audrey Duncan, the Director of Community Affairs, BronxNet Television. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Bob.
All right.
Always a pleasure.
We'll take a quick break. I've got more open. It's all coming your way next on Open.